I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We welcome Faeri Hexi to the podcast. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, I'm Faeri Hexi. I'm a hag and training VTuber, and I am a menace to society.
One of us.
Yeah.
Join the group. Yes. So, are you a recent convertee to VTubing, or have you been doing it for a while?
I have rebranded one time
Mhm.
because of a very long, very complicated history with one of the artists turning out not to be the best kind of person. But I'm happy how I am now.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And no residual effects, hopefully?
No, more positive than negative effects, honestly, because I did meet a lot of people through that entire ordeal.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, taking what you can out of a situation like that is good. Taking the most positive way you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So what is a Hexi stream like?
Very chaotic. That's out of the gate.
What do you usually types games you're playing?
It's usually the more humorous games. Like a while back, I played Thank Goodness You're Here.
Okay.
There's some dailies for gacha games like Olympus Company. Absolutely obsessed with that game. And then like chill stuff like, well, quote unquote chill, but like just hanging around streams where I play Stardew Valley or Hades. You know, the most chill game in existence.
Yes, very, very chill. Well, Stardew Valley by its thing is chill. We talked a little bit about it because everybody knows that I have an obsession with it, and I have to. It's one of those things where I have to stay away from it. Otherwise, my entire week is gone if I start on something like that. But do you play the normal one now, or do you have mods and stuff for it?
Oh, I have modded it to hell and back.
Ooh, so you've got the extended and all of that stuff.
Yeah, and I forgot the name of the mod, but the one that adds an entire separate town on a cliff.
Oh yeah,
like in the mountains.
Oh wow, yeah, it's amazing how much accessibility that the programmer has allowed people to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of other games were just stomped on that as quickly as possible, but he kind of, while not endorsing it, he's kept away from that. But he's like, well, you bought the game, go nuts. As long
and
as,
he's still working on it as well.
Oh yeah, he's still doing updates, which is crazy. But it's such a it kind of tells you a lot about independent game makers. If you get the right formula, you don't necessarily need a giant corporation to get to be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it is a very hopeful message as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, why did you get started with the VTubing?
I've always really looked up to streaming and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
And then I had a friend who had started VTubing, and I looked at their streams and I was like, wait a minute, that looks fun. And it's been all downhill since there.
You've been spending your time trying to prove that wrong. No. I mean, obviously you've enjoyed yourself with it. Was it everything you thought it would be?
I guess it has been.
Mm.
The only thing that surprises me more is that people are so inviting about it, because I thought it would be a very cutthroat market.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for the most part that people are pretty sensible with it. I mean, the audience, there's still a lot of people that don't know about it that would enjoy it, I think. And
yeah, and they have the prejudgment. I forgot the word for it.
Yeah, prejudice. Yeah, you're right on it. But yeah, you're right about that. if they heard it from somebody else that doesn't or probably hasn't watched it, they just heard, oh, there's this thing going on, then they probably wouldn't be into it. But once you get in and find out the variety that's available, sooner or later you'll find something that you like on stream. Were you watching anybody in particular before you got started?
I did watch a lot of Maury Calliope
Yeah,
back in the day.
yeah. Well, I mean, her stuff is they've been singing up a storm, all sorts of different genres now, and really stretching their voice. And it's I'm kind of glad for her that she's gotten the opportunity to do more than I see. I don't want to say just the one type of music, but um, really got the chance to stretch out a little bit, and seems to be enjoying themselves
Yeah,
with it. Are you wanting to do any music?
I wish I could, but I am I'm not too well versed on the the technicalities of it.
Hmm.
So if anyone is watching, hit me up.
Well, I tell you, there's a lot of people that are very good with the mixing board that are VTubers. Um, so hopefully somebody will take you up on it because those folks are invaluable. That you can't put a value on somebody who can make you sound better.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know in the radio days, there was a reason why they got paid a little more than everybody else. That it's just that valuable a thing. Um, were you able to go on pretty smoothly when you first turned the microphone on, or was it a super nervous day, or how did you prepare?
Oh, I was a nervous wreck all the way through. I still am.
Ah.
I've tried editing my own videos, but I always run into the issue that you're like, oh my God, is that my voice? And then I never listen to the recording again.
we used to they used to want us to do on when we had our music radio shifts. They wanted us to do air checks, which was tape ourselves and listen back to them. And I was always like, I just did that. I don't want to hear it again. Especially 17-year-old me. I didn't want to hear myself do the broadcast again. But um, there's always there's always some little difference that you hear in your voice that nobody else hears. And
Yeah, because I think it's also because your brain is not wired to hear your own voice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially outward. I mean, you hear it inward bouncing around, but it's much different outward. And it was. So, what do you think you sound like? Because I think you got a wonderful voice.
Oh, thank you. I personally think I sound a little bit nasal.
Oh well, that's you're getting super critical there. No, it's perfectly fine and very welcoming and very easy on the ears, which is good.
Aw,
It's really
thank
good
you.
because yeah, and
Your voice is nice too.
oh, thank you. And it's very eh, it's hard to teach stuff like that to modify how you talk and how you interact with other people like that. You can tell when it's natural for somebody because it doesn't sound very forced. You don't sound forced at all. It sounds very natural, which is very, very welcoming for listeners.
Aw, that might be the nicest thing anyone has ever said about my voice.
Well, it's true. It's true. And when you realize that people were starting to come back to your streams, not just check out and see what's going on, but come back for you and your personality and your talents. How did that hit you?
It feels nice. It feels really nice because it makes you feel wanted.
Mm, yeah, it's almost validating in a way, for me
Yeah,
anyway.
that's a good word for it.
Yeah. Um, was it when you started? How tentative were you? I mean, wasn't those you're dipping your toe in, and if you didn't like it, you were gonna run off, or were you gonna go at it full bore and give it your best effort?
I think I was already fully committed to it, even if I would not get popular in any way, shape, or form.
Mm.
I spent so much on assets you would not believe.
Oh no.
I already have a 2.0 model and everything, not rigged yet,
Oh.
but I have a 3D model.
you you went all in. You threw in all your chips.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing you're enjoying yourself. that's that's when did you realize that it was going to be something that you enjoyed?
I think it was during my debut where a lot of people started chatting and actually showing interest in the slides that I had made for my debut.
Hmm.
Where it was like, wow, I could actually do things.
People want to hear what I have to say and interact and that sort of thing. And when you realize that that audience as a bunch of people you may never meet in a bunch of countries you may never go to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, now suddenly you know the goosebumps appear in the back. They just, what am I doing here? Have you had that kind of realization that suddenly you are on stage with a bunch of people watching?
Yeah, I do also feel very self-conscious whenever I start streaming,
Mm,
but it usually wears off after like 10 to 15 minutes.
mm. That's well, and that's a good thing because you don't want to have to worry about that. Halfway through, limbus and dealing with that. It's that's natural, I think, and settling in is even more natural because to me, having that bit of nervous energy to start is a good thing. But when you get used to it, it's like jumping in cold water. When you're out for a swim, sooner or later you get used to the water, and it's not a big deal anymore. I think that's the same type of thing that a lot of people have with streaming, is that once they're used to the water, they're perfectly fine. Um,
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
yeah. And how about interacting with chat? Did you find that a little daunting to start with? Because it's not really the same thing as talking to somebody on the phone or in person. There's a little bit different dynamic.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, especially with the delay that chat has to the stream.
Mhm. Yeah, and be up to like several seconds delay. It's like the old if you had sat at home in the old days and watched a sports event on television and listened to the local radio, the radio was always 6 to 10 seconds ahead of what happened on television because of the delay it bounced up the satellite with. Um, has that caused any problems in the past? Any misunderstandings for you?
Yeah, because I kind of feel like Dora the Explorer whenever I ask chat for anything. It's like, do you see the solution to this puzzle? 10 seconds of silence. Me neither.
Very good. Bueno. Go and very slowly go on to the next scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you just kind of feel like you're leading them by the nose a little bit, um,
Hmm.
with something like that. But um, so did you have any goals when you started as a streamer, or was it just I'm going to find out what this is like?
It was mostly the finding out part. I didn't want to set too high expectations, so I wouldn't set myself up for failure
Mm.
doing that.
Well, that's good. And then you kind of with the way you took it, it's going to be more a reaction to how you're enjoying it and how you feel comfortable with it once you get started, rather than, well, no matter what, I've got this goal to hit, so let's be uncomfortable and see how far we can do it. Um, I'm sure you've seen streams where the streamer is not having a particularly good day, is uncomfortable doing it, and it's just not that fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it. Would you, if you had a situation like that where you were coming up and you weren't feeling, you know, 100% or even 50%, would you go on and push on with the stream, or would you kind of tell folks, look, we're gonna have to do this some other time?
It kind of depends, I think. Like, if it was just a normal scheduled stream, I think my chat would also appreciate it either being delayed or a little bit. But if it is a fundraiser for, or like a donathon or anything, I would probably still push through
Yeah,
because that would be a promise that I had made.
yeah, yeah. There's a difference there. Have you done many charity streams?
I've done one fundraiser for the Cancer Research Institute.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. Um, taking I thank anybody who takes time to donate and their time and talents toward that sort of thing. Um, it's 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 not mandatory for sure, which uh, reflects the heart of the person behind it. So thank you for that. Um, is there any plans in the future for more types of things like that?
Not at the moment, but there might be once I get all the rewards from the previous fundraiser settled.
Mm.
I still owe chat a date night stream, which I'm going to
Oh.
make horribly like how am I able to put this? I go on a date with chat,
Oh.
but they are a B,
Oh.
and the person I was actually going to date is behind me, voiced by Patrick Warburton. Having a full-on mental crisis about being outdone by a bee. Yes, that is the plot of the bee movie.
Yes. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. That's really cool. Uh, is that the
Like,
type of stuff that you come up with for the streams? You know,
yeah.
I mean that's pretty unhinged there, but it's very good. I like that a lot. That
Yeah, I had some friends reaching out of like, hey, are you sure you want to do a date night stream? Isn't that a little parasocial? I'm like, oh no, don't worry, I have this planned. And they're like, oh, okay.
Now they start worrying the other way. Is that poor stream going to be able to handle that?
And I also have a ASMR stream planned, and of course I'm gonna do the classic drunk drives and gets into a car crash.
Oh, geez. Uh, so what do you think?
The classic ASMR scenario, you know.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about ASMR? Have you done any of that before?
I want to do more of it, but it doesn't really do much for me
Mm,
personally.
yeah. Yeah. It is. You're just not. It's not something that you enjoy.
I do have well, I do like listening to audiobooks, so technically that is a kind of ASMR,
Yeah, a little
but
bit.
the popping noises or the chewing
Oh,
noises and all
yeah.
that stuff, it would drive me insane if I had to listen to that.
I understand why people are into that sort of thing, but um, I'm just that's not something that I go for. Um, and I have sounds going when I'm trying to sleep all the time, but it's more like the thunder and rain and trains or something like that in the background. That type of noise, not somebody with bubble wrap right by my head. That sounds more like something my grandson would do to me to wake me up in the morning. No, get away, get away. Don't want that. Plus, plus, I have so many cats that I'm used to all sorts of weird sounds coming.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
they're
many do you have?
9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. And on a cold night like we've had the last couple nights, um, we have 2 indoor only, and the rest are strays that came to us that were catch and release spay and neuters. And so they're in and out. So on a cold night, we have all 9, and there's at least 4 of them on the bed at any particular time. So it's I'm used to fights in the middle of the bed while I'm asleep, that type of thing. It but I think I'd want that as my ASMR. Um, have you thought of doing like some of the scripts that are out that um, I guess the Reddit has some post scripts that people do?
Honestly, I hadn't really looked into any of those yet,
Mm,
but now that you mention it, I probably should.
yeah. Well, I mean, again, I talk about your voice, but it'd be very calming for something like that. Um, and I think that if you found the right thing and you were comfortable with it, that's going to be a big thing. If you read, I can't even imagine somebody trying to do an ASMR strip they weren't comfortable with. That would be a good comedy bit. Somebody reading something that they just don't appreciate from start to finish.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that.
And I also want to do an ASMR where it's just me info dumping about any random topic I like.
Yes, absolutely,
I
absolutely.
was like, hey, so I know it's 3 a.m. in the morning, but I really want to tell you about Bionicles and the Five Nights at Freddy's lore.
Oh God, yeah. Now there you go. That's something to wake somebody up in the morning with. Five Nights at Freddy's. Oy. Are you into horror games at all?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so do you go for the quick scare games or the long con scare games?
Oh, the long con, without a doubt.
Mm. You like that feeling of slow burn terror,
Yeah.
huh? So what would be your go-to horror game?
That's a good question. I am thinking really hard on which one I would say. I did play one not too long ago where it was like, oh no. But I completely forgot the name of it. Ah. Time to open Steam and see if I can find
That's right.
it.
Steam catalog open. Th- those are those fun for you to do on stream? So because you get the chat reaction too.
uh, they would be fun on one account that I also have someone to react upon.
Mm.
Because if I play it on my own, I'm like, no.
uh, yeah,
I found them. I
which
found
one?
the games. I really like the Mortuary Assistant,
Oh, okay, yeah.
White Day, and Silent Hill, like the entire series up until 3.
And what was that second one again?
White Day, it's a Korean horror game.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one. What type of what is that all about?
It's a you go to a school at midnight and there's a bunch of ghosts there who try to kill you. And a bunch of ghosts have really unique abilities and very unique interactions with the player. It's
Mm.
not like Phasmophobia or anything, it's just you go into the school and a story plays out from there.
Oh, okay. So each ghost has a storyline,
Yeah.
and that's the way. Yeah, and this phasmophobia is frightening enough.
Oh yeah. It is really fun though,
Yeah.
especially if you go in a group because my favorite moment in Phasmophobia ever was there's this character in Limbus Company and the entire series of Project Moon
Yep.
called Benjamin,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we got a ghost in Phasmophobia called Benjamin.
Ah.
So I decided, you know what, we need some more evidence. I'm gonna go inside, and my friend was listening in. So I go into the house and I say, Benjamin? And I start hearing like the heartbeat and everything of a hunt is about to start. And the last thing my friend heard on the walkie talkie was, oh. And then I was just dead instantly. And I join as a ghost, and I just see my friend keeling over in laughter,
And that would be
taking pictures of my
like,
body.
oh. Is that just a total sound of defeat? Oh. Bonk.
Yes, it's like, Benjamin? Oh.
That's really and I like watching and hearing people trying to get out of a door that the door will not open for them, and they're just yelling on the other side, and with that
Yeah.
proximity stuff makes it so much better because you just barely hear them on the other side. No.
Open up, open up, open up, open up, open up, open up.
No. And then silence. Or just in your case, oh.
It was so good.
Mm. Did you find it easy to find? I mean, you already knew some folks involved in I imagine, but was it easy for you to find some folks to collaborate with?
Uh, Twitter has been really useful. Also, I'm calling it Twitter. You cannot make me call it
I,
X.
I would rather call it Twitter than X any day. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not gonna start using Elon's son's name as a product, even though some other people do. I'm not gonna do that. The he names everything X. I mean, okay, we
Yeah.
get it. It's a funny letter, okay? So is Q. Don't name everything Q. Um, the it was easy for you to get a bunch of people to do these games with, or does it take a while for you to trust somebody enough to collaborate with them?
I do say that I also have a bit of freeloading luck where I know people who know a lot of people,
Ah, there you go.
and they're the kind of people, uh, and the person that I know that has that is someone that I know has a good judge of character.
Ah.
So whenever they're like, "Oh yeah, here, have this person to collab with," I'm like, oh, "Okay, thanks, fam."
And they're not going to slip you somebody in just to know they're going to cause more chaos for you, are they?
Only chaos in the good way.
So have you done a game like the Repo game?
Oh, I love Repo.
Oh
And
my gosh.
also, I've been trying to find people to play Yap Yap, which I might be able to do next week. So that's fun.
Oh yeah. That looks like those games to me would be so much fun. I'm not really sure I know what you're supposed to be doing. And when watching people play, I'm not sure they even care what they're supposed to be doing for the most part.
It's just fun.
Um, and try to the repo stuff. I know that you're supposed to be basically taking these valuables in, but all I ever see are like people taking the valuables and throwing them at other people's heads.
Yeah. That's a part of the charm, I think. Just the absolute chaos of having to work together, but no one is capable of doing so.
It's that's become a genre um, that it has certainly expanded. With what was that? What was the first game that really did that? The one where you went to the planets and
Lethal Company?
Lethal Company. Yeah, yeah. Certainly has expanded from that, and I think that everybody has their own favorite of that type of genre. Is Repo your favorite of that, or is there another one?
I'd say Yap Yap is more
Yeah.
my favorite because in that game you just destroy everything and you have a special spell that lets you pee on things.
I have seen that, yes. And you
It's
have
amazing.
you carry two wands, I guess, with you, and use that on
Oh yeah.
whatever you're trying to do or each other. The, the the urine wand is something that I don't remember from Dungeons and Dragons. Um, I don't remember that one being a big effect, but I can and to see people so happy to get that. Hey, I got the
Like
pee one.
piss yuck.
Piss off him.
It's so good.
Chasing everybody around. No. And
You can piss in the jars to make them full and it is it's so gross but funny.
I be sitting in the business meeting when that comes up. By the way, we've added a piss wand. You can
A what?
you can fill the jars with it and then break them and you get more stuff. Brilliant! Do it now. Put it in the
The
game.
entire code of the game rests on it. If we delete this, the entire game no longer works. It's like that one image of a cat, I think it was, in Doom, or in one game, there's this one photograph of, I think it's a cat,
Mm?
And when they tried deleting that picture from the game just stopped working.
It's a trigger. If you mess with the cat will mess with you.
Yeah.
In the end, I can I could see them like adding that to other games now, like Mario World or something. Uh, oh, Mario, no, take this, Bowser. Yeah, I I don't want to see the suit that comes along with that though. Um, they can go ahead and pixelate that if they want to. Uh, so, are there games that you'd like to stream with on your own or with somebody else that you haven't been able to stream yet? Besides the Yap Yap
uh,
game.
there is this one horror game that I've been wanting to play, but I know that it is too scary for me to play alone,
Hmm.
called Lost in Vivo.
Okay, I don't know about that
It
one.
is um it is basically just a game that hates you on a very deep meta level, where the game constantly breaks itself to give you more scares.
Now that's just not fair.
Yeah.
You
And
did
then
you come in with the expecting a certain structure, and the game. I mean, that's really is meta, isn't it? The game hates you so much it'll break the fourth wall and then break it again just to injure you on the way there. Is that a game that is a one person or is it a co-op game?
it is a one-person game. It is a very linear story, but the scares are just ooh.
Mm. Would you prefer a linear game where you kind of funneled toward the end with how the story runs, or would you rather have a game where you have multiple different endings?
I'd say I'd like more like multiple endings kind of stories. Like The Elder Scrolls Oblivion is one of my favorite games ever made.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that game, I'm not even sure it has a main story. I certainly haven't progressed in it. I'm too busy in the Shivering Isles doing whatever it is that is over there.
That's one of those games where you ask people where they are, and it's always different.
Yeah.
It's that good for these folks that you don't you'd like to progress, but you don't. It doesn't really matter so much as long as you're enjoying playing what you're playing in it. They did a real good job with that. Would you rather have a horror game that's done by an independent person or something that's done by a corporation?
I think I would prefer by an individual person,
Mm.
because most of the horror games that are actually good, and also the lower price tag is very nice, but
I've got a coupon.
like I'm not paying $70 for the latest Silent Hill. Come
No,
on.
no, 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 no. Wait until the Steam sale. Thank you very much to get my stuff.
Yeah.
And
But like Lost in Vivo is a horror game by an indie developer, Spooky's House of Jump Scares.
mm,
Uh
it
what
seems like
else? What else?
it seems like
There's a lot of them.
people will play the more corporate backed games, but whenever I talk to somebody who enjoys the horror games, it's the independent ones that they really enjoy. Um, is it that fact that they don't that it's a bit more personal how they I mean, you could tell that they put their heart into it um, without having to go through corporate lawyers.
Yeah, and it's also that they have the creative freedom to do whatever they please, because with more corporate games, they have a set mold that they need to stay inside of.
Right. Right.
And with indie games, they don't really have that kind of limitation. So you'll get, like in Lost in Vivo, the game that literally breaks itself to scare you.
Yeah.
Or Doki Doki Literature Club
Oh yeah.
with what they did.
Yeah. Yeah. That was. There are a lot of people who have not recovered from that.
I gently opened the door. No, 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 no.
Don't do that. You have one choice. You either open the door or you close the game. That's your choice.
Exactly.
And then you regret it when it happens. But that's another example of somebody pretty much working on their own, but they had a vision for it. And you bring that up into a corporate meeting and see how they take that storyline. I mean, just that one
I
scene
feel
you
like
talk
they're not
about.
gonna,
I don't think they're going to go for it.
which is really sad.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're looking for a bottom line, and the independent person is just putting their their personal project on the table, and the corp's like, you should add more minions. Put some minion like characters in it. Put a Hyman in it or something like that. Um,
I can totally hear that happening.
yeah, it's not cute enough. How are we going to sell merchandise with that sort of thing? Um, but it just seems to me that there is less of a ceiling for these developers, and they can take some risks, and
Yeah,
you can appreciate that. Um, could you imagine somebody taking Undertale to a corporate meeting?
they would not take it. That would not.
They were like, "What are you even talking about?
Like
Security?
it needs more plushies.
Yeah, security? What is this about the talking skeleton brothers? I don't understand any of that stuff. Do they hit blocks or something and get money?
Chiptune music? No, no, we're gonna do whole orchestra.
Yeah, and that's something too. With the art of these games, it doesn't have to be super detailed if it goes along with the game. Undertale is a perfect example of that. Um, if you had Genshin level type art for Undertale, that would
Eesh.
that wouldn't make even the slightest bit of sense. Um, I don't want to see what Metaton looks like and that sort of thing.
I am morbidly curious, but no, I would not want to say
Yeah,
that.
that would take so long to do. I mean, it'd have to pass by 2 million sensors in order to get it past it. I don't think that'll work. Um,
And
is
every
there?
single bit of subtlety would be completely lost.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That would, and you'd end up bypassing the heart of what makes it such an experience. Um, Five Nights at Freddy's, the original. There, some of that isn't exactly super detailed, but the scare experience is what makes the game go. So with these, if there was a game that you could put together on your own, would it be a horror type game? Would it be a horror slash fun type game, or what?
I think I would make it a puzzle game, actually.
Really, really, along the lines of what, or is it going to be an original creation?
I'd say, of that's a good question. Um, I think I would like games that would be like a D&D puzzle room,
Okay, yeah, yeah,
where
those
it is basically just D&D, but only the puzzles and no combat and all that stuff.
the pride of the DMs. You'll never get this puzzle right. Oh, you got it in 20 seconds. Okay.
The two sides, because there's also the D&D party that without like they just can't guess. They just don't know.
Yeah. They're just like too literal or uh, or they overlook the obvious, and that would be so much fun. I'm I'm glad for the people out there that I never got to be a DM. Because I would just be pretty sadistic by the time
Pure
it got done.
bliss.
I, I would. One of the things I came up with was people come up to the door and they're transported inside a dragon, and they have to fight their way out of the dragon.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that might be a fun setting.
yeah. But when they finally get out of there and they think they're fighting a dragon, it's already dead. So you don't get any experience for it. Just the pain of having to the panic to get out of a dragon before you get you know
Digested?
digested, gelatin cubed. Yeah. See, when I played it, it was back in the one book days, so we didn't have all these, you know, fancy schmancy stuff everybody has now. Um, we
And the home brewings.
oh, gee, Merry Christmas. I'm glad people are still enjoying it because that is the basis for so many games that are out there now. Um, anything time you hear hit points, spell points, you have um, intelligence or whatever the statistics, all of that will trace back to D&D. Do you play often, or are you still able to play?
I um I haven't played in a while.
Yeah.
Well, not anything big, but I do play a lot of one shots at conventions.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
And there's also a bunch of D&D themed cons where I am.
Oh.
So that's where I get most of my kicks for the hobby.
So what is the class that you would rather go for in a party?
Ideally Warlock, but uh the pullbacks are going to be a little bit crazy.
Right.
But I would like being a bard.
That's one of those sneaky types that kind of affects from long range, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have those sort of things. We didn't. We you could bring an instrument along or something, but the only thing you really do is hit somebody with it. Um, the the most I ever hot that was and one time I had a hawk with um, a cleric. So the cleric would send the hawk, go go fight him while I'm trying to come up with a spell, that sort of thing. That flummoxed a few DMs across the year. Um, so have you got you say you haven't got any big charity events or anything coming up? Have you got any goals for yourself for this year in the channel?
This year I wanted to try my hand at editing again
Mm,
and see if I could make some D&D related content, like a guide on which class would fit most to a certain kind of person,
mm,
or how to build a specific kind of character, like what is the most important thing to do for a barbarian, what's the most important thing for a bard, what's the most important thing for a fighter.
yeah, for a
And
barbarian, it's always personality, charisma.
personality and bulk.
We have a strength of 8, personality of of
15.
17. That'll work perfect. a very a very weak but very charming barbarian.
And he's just like, I would like to rage.
Please, can we raid now?
Rage.
Oh, I love what I just love the interaction of this sort of thing. Let's talk. No, use your club. I can't pick up my club.
Like, it's too heavy and my feet hurt.
Yes, right. I know I'm not going to wear all that stuff. Nah, it's too binding. I can do that sort of thing. Um, yeah, that would be interesting, especially for folks who aren't up on a lot of the newer uh, classes and such. Because I know there were times when I would really like to have had some type of an archer hybrid, and in the early days, you couldn't even have the cleric could only like throw darts, which are pretty ineffective against dragons. When you fight them, that you're and some of these classes are absolutely would be absolutely useless in some situations. But um, would you go into um, not just how you build the character, but how you would build parties?
Hmm.
Uh, and what would be if you had a four party setup? What would be the 4 classes you would choose? Not
Okay,
knowing,
the easy pick is gonna be Paladin.
huh?
Then I would add a fighter for damage,
Okay.
a wizard for utility,
Okay.
and a bard for support.
Mm. Uh, which one does the lock picks? The bard or the wizard?
Uh, I'd say the wizard.
Mm. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to worry about locks if you can just blow open the door.
Well, that's true. That's true. It's that. That was always the thing. Is I would play some of these games like the Might and Magic series for the older Windows games. And you needed to have a thief there to get the locks open. They weren't the greatest fighters or anything else. Basically, you were using something to put a thief in because you didn't want to blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Um, is there some other type of stream that you'd like to do that you haven't been able to do yet, like a cooking stream, some type of hand cam stream?
Oh, I've been really wanting to do a handcam stream to play to build a Gundam.
Ooh,
But setting up a handcam is hard.
and I don't think people realize how hard that actually is. It's not like you wear a miner's helmet and put a camera on it and do it that way. You have to have the angle right. You don't want any reflections come back where they see your face the entire time.
Yeah, and you want to make sure they actually see your hands and what they're doing.
Yes, you don't want to get started and then realize that they're not seeing anything that you're doing whatsoever. Um, that would kind of defeat the purpose. Then you have to make adjustments on the fly. Um,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be good. Um, do you build Gundams?
Yeah,
Yeah. How?
I both official Gundams and other companies. Like I have some anime girls. One called the Himari Bahamut is one I'm working on right now.
Oh, geez. Yeah. How do you get the coordination to do something like that? Because I
That's
used
the neat part. I don't.
oh when I was in the 70s, young kid in the 70s, I tried to build a model car once, and I only got so far before I realized this wasn't going to be a car when I was done. Um, and it kind of sat there and probably is still in some junkyard somewhere. I just never could do it. What is the toughest part for you in building the models?
It's that's a tough question. I'd say it's when you finish a bunch of parts, getting those parts set together is usually the most difficult part. And the stickers.
Mm,
Oh, the stickers.
yeah, you don't want to mess those up. Especially after you've come to the end of everything and now you've got the sticker to put on and it's just this far off and you can't fix it because it's stuck there and if you pulled it off you'll never get that sticker back again.
Exactly. And oops, now they're cross-eyed. Okay.
um, I would never have the coordination to do that sort of thing. My left hand would be rebelling against my right hand the entire time. Um, build with one hand, tear down with the other as we go. Uh, the is that a type of art project that you've always worked on, or was it something you picked up a little later in life?
I've only really built Gundams for the last 2 years, so it is a pretty new thing for me.
Mm, it,
And before that, I've tried my hand a little bit at art itself, like just drawing and that sort of stuff. Not for me.
yeah,
Not for me.
yeah.
But I do want to start looking into how to make music.
Oh, cool. Oh, that would be so great. I would love to do that, but I'm afraid it would be the same two tunes over and over in my head. That sounds like chopsticks. Yes, it's a new chopsticks. Uh, and but I'm switch-handed with a lot of things. I can do things badly with both hands. So putting me on a piano keyboard would be just a disaster. Um, I would play things you're supposed to be with the left hand with the right hand. It would be all over the place. Um, are you left-handed, right-handed, or are you able to use both?
I'm ambidextrous, but mostly with my left hand.
Mm. See, that's the thing too. Those of us who are mostly left-handed, we can do that sort of thing. Right-handers are pretty useless with their left hand. They don't adapt very well. We've had to adapt to a right-handed world. Um, when I was in kindergarten, we had left-handed scissors, and I would always lose mine. So in order to borrow some, I had to use it right-handed. So I learned how to do it. Right-handers, the world is meant for them. So we have to take our revenge when we can.
Yeah, way back in the day, I played guitar,
Oh,
and they would just teach us the right-handed way of doing it anyway because it's easier to tune the guitar that way.
right, right, right. Were you able to, you know, to get the strumming down okay with the wrong hand?
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
It worked out. It was not the most pleasant sensation, but it worked.
That would be really tough for me now to do. It anything I had to do with accuracy, I have to do with my left hand. Anything with any power is my right hand. So just don't have me play darts because left-handed, I would be right at the bullseye, but it would fall short. And right-handed, I'll probably hit the target or the poor waiter on the other side of the target. It will go somewhere. I just don't know where at this point. Um, so when you look back at what you've been able to do as a streamer, are you satisfied, happy, proud of what you've been able to do so far?
I am a little bit proud, which I know sounds a little bit vain, of all that I've done so far.
Mhm.
But I really hope that I can do more going forward as well.
Well, I think that you've got the all the talent in the world and a great personality for it, and a good
Aw.
mindset for it. I think that you'll be able to do whatever you want to do with it. It'd be nice to get a couple breaks here and there on the way, but you're in the right mindset for it. I think folks need to check out to see what Hexi's got going, and we're gonna have all the links we've been able to find in the description for this interview. And just absolute pleasure talking with you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.